Section 2.2, we're looking at piecewise functions, and this is part 2, or the second video I've made about piecewise functions. All right, so in this particular function, or set of functions, we have y is equal to some quadratic of the order x plus 2 squared, and we've got this constraint of domain values less than or equal to -1. So that's the only part of the curve that we want to see. All right, so we've got a quadratic written in vertex form, and if you'll recall, vertex form of a quadratic is f of x equals some stretch value times x minus h squared plus k, where h comma k is the vertex and a is the stretch value of a quadratic. Okay, so the vertex of this quadratic is, we've got, remember, since it's a minus h, the only way we can get a positive h value is minus a minus. So our vertex is going to be -2, and look, there's nothing out here for k, so therefore it's 0. Vertex of -2, 0. So let's go ahead and put our function there. Now the stretch value is 1, so the pattern of a quadratic with a stretch of 1 is going to be up 1 over 1 both sides. From there, up 1, 2, 3 over 1 both sides. From there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 1 both sides. If you'll recall, the next move would be up 7 over 1 from Math 99. We looked at this pretty carefully. However, before we draw in our curve, let's go ahead and be attentive to what parts of the curve do we want to see. We only want to see those values on the domain that are less than or equal to -1. Okay, so let me show you that. So here's -1 right there. So less than or equal to, oh, this one's fun. We have to then put in a closed circle there at -1 because it's going to be inclusive. And then I'm just going to do my best to draw this curve. Come down to my vertex, slip up here. Great. Well, it's okay, isn't it? Drawing on glass is not easy. Okay, so let's go ahead and erase this and erase this. But that looks okay. You must agree with that. All right, g of x. That's our next value. G of x, which is a fancy way of saying y, equals 3. So that's a horizontal line. I really should change pen color for that so you can see it. So y equals 3. We only want to see the parts of this particular function or horizontal line where x is greater than -1. Okay, so here's 1, 2, 3 on the y right there. Here's -1. We have a open circle. It's non-inclusive. And then anything that's greater than that -1 domain value on the line y equals 3, we're going to show. Great. Just remember to put an arrow on there because it's going to go to infinity. All right, that's it for part 2. Now part 3, I'll go ahead and do a piecewise function that has 3 functions, 1 graph. Next video.